Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Have you ever asked yourself, right? Have you ever asked yourself that if the Most High was not consciousness, right? Which he is. If he was not consciousness and he was he really was the God in the Bible, right? Like that man in the sky, right? And the man that you see when you die. Have you ever asked yourself, that's it? Then what's inside that guy? No? Just wait a minute. Think about this. If you was right now, right? In this religious heaven, right? And you saw that man in the chair, right? And he was telling you all this stuff, telling you all the knowledge and how life works and blah blah blah, right? And he was saying, just have faith in me. When you then, like, for a while, be like, wait a minute, what's inside that guy? No? Like, what if I was telling you, right, that I was the Most High, right? And I kept saying it with my ego, right? When you, like, question, like, what's inside of me, right? Like, even if I was, like, bursting out with light, right? Well, let's say I was a light being. I am a light being. Everybody's a light being. But I'm talking about, like, if you saw it right now, like, on camera, right? And you saw light all over the place in your very eyes, right? When you question, like, what's inside of that light? No? When you question anything in general, anything, like if you go to the beach, right? Let's say you didn't know anything about the ocean or anything, right? And you went to the beach and you saw all these waves and all that, and then you saw seaweed coming out of it and jellyfish. Then you'd be like, like, what's in that ocean? Right? Like, I want to see more. I want to see how deep it gets, or what's in the surface, right? Like, what's on the ground? What's this liquid? Like, what is this stuff? No? Right? Like, what if I was the one to be sitting on the chair? Like, if you question all the, like, if you see these, like, scientists, right? If you see these scientists and they're studying the human body and different animals and stuff, right? Then what makes you think that you can't have the same scientific question for that? This is very simple stuff. And look, then you start to question, right? Okay, so if this is the guy that created reality and everything here, then how did beard, white hair, human skin, and his shape, the shape of his body, how did this create reality? How does that work? How did beard, skin, and the human shape create all shapes? No? How did a human body create this shape? How does that work out? See, you could use me as an example then. Just me as an example. Look at my figure. Right? How did this human body create everything you see here? Like that tree, for instance. How did it create this shape? This bench? How did it create the cloud shapes and stuff? How did it create house shapes? How did a human body, right? How did it create the Star of David? And all the Metatron cubes, all these unique shapes, right? All this, all these, every single geometric in this life. How did the human body do it? How did his hair create it too? Well, what is inside of that guy? Like, what's inside of him? What would I see if I opened his body up? Nah? Holy, right? And look, and if you look inside of his body, right, and you see more divine, right, and it goes and it gets very deeper, and then it takes you into another place, then you realize that that's with us too then. Because if you open us, right, and it can take you deeper, because we're made out of atoms, right, and it can take you even into higher dimensions and stuff, and all sorts of realities, right? Isn't that like the same thing as that, like looking at the guy in the chair? You could do that with everything. Like everything you're aware. Remember I said awareness is the dead end, right? So if awareness is the dead end, then everything you look at, everything you're aware of, it does that. You don't see? My body is made out of atoms. I have a mind inside of my body. I have emotions inside of my body. I have a soul inside of my body. I have a spirit inside of my body. No? Then you look at that guy in the throne, right? And you see his mind and his emotions and his spirit and his soul. That's the same thing. And you'd be like, wait, but that guy has a extreme soul. Like, this is ultimate. But isn't that us too? Because aren't we connected to that source of it? Like, if you're saying that guy in the chair, right? His connection is to the source of everything, and to this very ultimate divine. Isn't that us as well? Because the fact that we're existing. No, like, you can't go to heaven if we're not connected to that same source, though. I don't think you get that. Right now, right, as I'm making this video, I am existing in this reality, right here, in this life that they say that the Most High created it. I'm existing. I'm composed of reality. I'm composed of this thing. This thing that created this. Same thing with the guy in the chair, though. If you're aware of it, look. Look at this. Notice how, like, even if you weren't looking at this, right? And let's say I took your eyeballs off. Like, I took your eyeballs off, right? And you went blind, and you didn't see this reality. Your awareness is still there, though. Like, you're still aware that you're blind. And even if you were dead, you're still aware, though. Like, even if, no matter where you go, like, you can go to hell, or the stereotypical hell in the Bible, or the stereotypical heaven in the Bible, right? You're still aware of it. Like, that awareness, it still ends up being aware of reality. You don't see? But reality itself is life. So, what's the difference between my life, that's composed of reality, and the guy who's sitting on the throne? like that guy who's composed of life too. And then you'd be like, this life is more powerful than you. But what does power have to do with the Most High? You don't get it? Because then you're saying that the Milky Way center is the Most High then. That's what you're saying. Like, because the fact that if I jump into the center of the Milky Way while being low vibrational, then I'll explode or something, or perish into solar flares. It could keep going though. How do you know how powerful something really is just by being aware of it though? Just because you see something very intense that's beyond the human, that doesn't make it the Most High though. Because if you look at that that existence, how do you know if there's something even stronger than what that looks like? The Milky Way center looks more stronger than us though, doesn't it? No? How do you not see this? Wait a minute. How do people not become aware of this? Holy, like, get out of the ego for a second. Wait a minute. Just forget about the ego, right? And forget about your notions and the belief you hold and all that. And this intellect of knowledge, right? When you look in front of you, right? When you look with your very eyes in front of you, what do you see? Right? You see life, right? Isn't that life right in front of you? You look at me and you see life, right? This is not life? No? It's not? So, what's the difference? And what's the difference with that bird? You see that bird right there? The bird right next to me? You see it? Isn't that life too? Look. No? Holy, look at that bird. That's life. Right there. And then, this tree is life right here. No? Isn't everything you see life? No matter what you're looking at? Everything you're thinking about is life, no? No matter what you think about, it's still life. Even the thinking itself is life. There's different dimensional lives. There's 3D life, there's 4D life, there's 5D life, right? 4D is the mental life. Emotions is the 5D life, right? So no matter where you're at or what you're thinking about, it's still reality. So if you're looking at that man on the chair, what is that then? What is that? What is that thing composed of? You can't be like, he's composed of life, that's why he's the Most High. But then I'm composed of life too then. Like, and you're composed of life thought. What? It's not? Then how come like we're made out of atoms? No? And we're made out of reality. Holy. Didn't they say that the Most High is love too on other traditions, depending on what pastor you're looking at, or what person is saying it, right? Some people say that he's love, right? But isn't that love energy right inside of me right now? No? Don't you have love energy right now, like inside of you? So, if this is your Most High, right? This emotions, then what's the difference between that guy in the throne too? If he has love energy inside of him, holy, like we both have the same love energy. We both have the same thing. It's still emotions inside of it. We both still have a mind and emotions, and we both are talking. That's reality. That's how it works. You don't see? We are both talking with language. We both have meaning when we say something, or when we go telepathic. Holy. We are both here. We're both here in this so-called substance, right? This thing. Holy. So and then you be like, but but this being right here came directly from the Most High. But didn't we too? No. If we didn't come from the Most High, then how are we existing right now? What? And then like when you go into a higher dimension and you be like, oh, he does more possibilities than you. But isn't that because he's in a higher dimension? No. Like, this is the scientific world right here. This is science. That's what you're not getting. So when you go into a higher dimension, right, the law of physics is different. I don't think he's getting this yet. That's why when somebody passes away, right, then they can float and they can fly around and stuff. And they can go through walls and stuff. That's because that's a higher frequency of this life. That's the fourth dimension. The fourth dimension is the mind. That's what you're not getting. Like, it said in the Kabbalion and the universal law that there's a law called law of rhythm that's within and without. So there's a mind within and there's a mind outside of us. There's emotions within and there's emotions outside of us. There's a soul inside of this and then there's a soul out of here. No? There's a spirit in here and there's a spirit out there. Isn't our breath like has a lot to do with carbon dioxide and hydrogen and oxygen? No? But then you realize that when you look outside of you, there's oxygen. And there's hydrogen. Breath. That's our spirit. That's why when you die and you take your last breath, it goes, your breath leaves your body. That's your spirit leaving your body. Holy. Fourth dimension is the mind. The dimension of possibilities type of thing. Then it goes into a higher dimension, the fifth dimension, which is love energy. No? Then it goes into the sixth dimension, right? And it goes into sacred language. No? Then it goes into a higher dimension, the dimension of desires. Then it goes into the eighth dimension, to multiverse, right? Then it goes into the ninth dimension, the all there is. And it keeps going. Then it goes into the 10th dimension, beyond possibilities. Then it goes into the 11th dimension, and then possibility is no longer a thing. Now it's sustained. Then it goes into the 12th dimension, and that's primary creators. Not the Most High, but primary creators. Creator, because look at the word creator. Creation means growth. That means something's growing. Growing. Then it goes into the 13th dimension, and that's many creators. See, and it keeps going with all this stuff. So just because something has infinite possibilities, that doesn't make it the Most High. Just because one being is doing beyond possibilities, because that's a contradiction. Because then when the idea of the Jesus Christ idea on the Bible, right, of him walking on water, then that's like saying that he's the Most High then. Because he's doing impossible things that are so-called impossible. Now people are saying that Jesus Christ is the Most High over Son, that he is God itself. But then it said in the Bible that he said that we could do better miracles than him. And then it also said that he wasn't God, that he was the messenger of it, or the son of him. No? So is that so-called Son of God, right? Is he the Most High just because he's doing more possibilities than you? No? That means if he in this reality, right, is doing more possibilities than you, that means that's how life works. That means we could do it too. Because that's how reality works. That's how it's happening right now. I don't think you get it. And if he could do it, then that doesn't make a being on a higher dimension the most high just because he's doing possibilities. That doesn't make sense because we're multidimensional too. That's so stupid. Like, you don't get that possibilities is a mental thing, but at the same time, the Most High is higher than a mind. Then the Most High create a mind, right? He created a mind, so that means it's off the concept of a mind. That means, so if it's off the concept of a mind, that means we could do the mind things. That's what's inside of us. But the reason why you can't do magic, right, and you can't fly and do all that stuff, is because these demons on this planet are hacking your subconscious, right? They're making you have negative energy. They're making you look outside of yourself. And it's not them doing it only. You're doing it too. Like, you're letting them do it. That's the thing. You're supporting the Illuminati. You're supporting the government because the government has demons in there too. And the government is trying to stop us from going to 5D, right? You are supporting the whole system. You are voting, type of thing. That's selling your soul. I don't think you get it. Demon means demon or D-man. D for deactivation, deprogramming, devolving, right? Devolution. Everything with the D. Descension. Decrease. Man is for man, right? D-man or demon. That's a demon. You can even be a demon too if you're a devolving man. But usually when species have a they're not human, they get the rep for a demon. But what that really is a so-called alien. That's what that is. That because other alien species could be a demon too, because they could be a devolving alien. You don't see? But what an alien really is, right? See, let's get deeper now. Alien means foreigner. That's political terms. That means you're like illegal. A foreigner. Or alien. Alien. No? Alien, that's the same shit. Foreigner. You're not from a certain place. So you're illegal. That's an alien. So when they talk about aliens from outer space, that's what a foreigner is. Because there's different beings from different planets. So it's illegal for them to come on Earth without permission. You don't get it? That's why we have ascended masters on the planet that report comets that hit the Earth, and they question the aliens that come down here, and so they can have a good reasoning. Like they're trying to protect the consciousness of the planet. That's where you get the 7 trumpets from. That's the ascended masters when they blow the 7 trumpets, like for the revelations. That's what that is. That's the aliens coming from a different planet. But like deep scientists don't want to tell you this because they're trying to lower your vibration, and the Illuminati too. That you never heard of Illuminati? But if you did, I'm gonna tell you what that means too. Illuminati is Illuminati. Illuminati is for luminosity, right? Brightness. Il means poor, so it's poor luminosity. So the Illuminati are like the demons. They have lower light and lower brightness. They have a dying out soul. That's what the Illuminati is. And our main Illuminati that we have are reptilian aliens type of thing. And this is why this land is stolen. This land right here, with the Christopher Columbus coming over, right? Christopher Columbus is one of the antichrists. That's why his name is Christopher. Christ offer. Christ for Christ, alright? Offer for gold. That's crystal gold. we have a chakra called Christ chakra on top of our head, right? And it connects us to the cosmos and the Christ consciousness. You see that? So when you look within and start meditating more and stay natural and get back to nature and all that, then you can get your DNA activating more, and your Kundalini serpent will awaken, and you have a stronger soul. So then you activate the crystals inside of your body. That's what that is, because we have like almost all the rocks inside of us already. That's why scientists call our blood red gold. No? We have gold inside of our body, crystals inside of our body, diamonds, all of that. Copper inside of our body. That's why with the lightning, when it strikes us, when it strikes us with the thunderbolt. No? Even the ancient Egyptians were scientists too. People don't want to call it scientists because they want to confuse you and cause turmoil and stuff. But they were scientists too, Egyptologists, and they studied melanin and the sciences of it. And they know about the stuff I'm talking about too. So that's what that is. Aliens coming from different planets, and we're aliens too to those aliens. And this Earth is having war with Venus. And then in the Bible, they lied to you about the hell, because actually, the concept of hell originated in Egypt, and they call it the underworld. So the Egyptians called this place the underworld because it was under the heavens. Because world means affairs of life. So this is the affairs of life under the heavens, while heaven means the skies. So that's the sky dimension up there. That's why they say that our souls originated in the heavens, because soul means solar. Soul or solar, right? This is a solar system. Our souls originated in the heavens. That's why when you take your last breath leaves, your soul leaves too. It goes back into your star constellation. That's why we have zodiac signs. Like somebody could be a Pisces, or somebody could be Aquarius, or Sagittarius, right? People have to wake up. They have to wake up. Holy demon. Demon. Alien. So it's not, God is plural. God is a plural thing. This is where I'm going to get at now. God means to invoke on the source. The word God came from the Germanic language, and that word came from the Sanskrit language, and it was Huta. Huta means to invoke on the source. God means to invoke on the source. So that means that you're calling on the Genesis, or the Most High, because Eli means the source, right? You know how some traditions call the Most High Eli? That they were right about that part. And that's why they have a movie they call Book of Eli. Holy, that was a subliminal message. So Eli means the source. Source means origins, or Genesis. That's why the first chapter is called Genesis. So that's our real Most High, Eli, or Elion. God is just a co-creator, like the manifestations out of the Most High, which is us. So we're gods. We can do a lot of abilities and stuff, and when we start meditating and looking within and finding who we are and stuff, we can get into magic and everything. You have to raise your vibration though and get back to nature. So that's what makes us a god. So these aliens are gods too, and the demons are even gods too. Because remember, I said demon means devolving man, right? Lucifer means light bringer in Latin. So they even lied to you about darkness. They said that some people say that darkness is evil, right? But then, like, people don't see that the Most High created darkness then, because He created this universe, while this whole universe is like composed of dark energy. If you don't see, that's why when the sun leaves, it's dark. Holy, like the whole universe is dark. Heaven means the skies, and the heavens are dark. While when you meditate, that's a dark principle. And then in the first chapter, in the Genesis chapter, it said that there once was void. There was void in the beginning. No? It said it in the Bible. In the beginning, there's void. In the beginning, there's darkness. People just like calling darkness evil because, like, they're scared to look in their shadow self because they have problems there. But meanwhile, that's the way to get your obsidian light, because darkness is there first, then light comes after. So darkness is the real thing. That's the healing. You have to look inside of your shadow self. Look at all your problems and drop it after that. Once you get into the darkness, then you become unstoppable. Then you get the light from it. But Lucifer means light bringer. So they're trying to make you stay away from the darkness type of thing. What they really meant about light bringer was the UFOs, because we have aliens on UFOs, and those are demons right there. That's an alien government, just like this. And this government we have are aliens too, because this is a stolen land, like I said, with that Christopher Columbus, remember? That's why he came with the ship named the good ship Jesus. Nah, Antichrist. The good ship Jesus, he came with the ship and brought the Vaticans here. While Catholic has a lot to do with Freemasons. Holy. You don't see? Holy. When are you people gonna wake up already? Like, when are you gonna realize that you've been lied to? Darkness. Dark. Get back to the dark. Stay away from the Luciferians. The Luciferians are the government. This government. It's not even a government. Well, it is, because govern means government for governing and meant for mental or mind. So that means they're governing your mind type of thing. But this is a corporation. Nah? This is a corporation. They're aliens. They're illegal on this land. That's why the time's up when the earth is about to split to 3D and 5D. The high vibrational people are going to make it a 5D earth, and then the low vibrational people are going to make it are going to stay on 3D, which is hell on earth. 5D is heaven on earth. The low vibrational people are going to perish. We're already in the Revelations already. It's almost time already. That's why I'm trying to wake everybody up. But everybody's still asleep. Holy. It's the Revelations because the sea monster is back already. Leviathan, right? Leviathan is actually is a symbol that represents the feminine energy of the planet, and the Kundalini serpent of the earth, and the chakras and the water of the planet. No? That's the so-called occult. But don't go with the occult orders, because that's demonic right there. Because occult means occult or cultural. You're not supposed to be cultural. You're supposed to be yourself. You can't act cultural. You have to be your pure spirit, or your dark matter and ether. You're an etheric being. You're not supposed to be cultural and religious and ideological and all that. That's occult. Remember, O means path in numerology, so that's path to culture. So they're only telling you the cultural side of this life. That's only the culture. The culture of the hidden. So you have to get into the crypt. Crypt means hidden. This is real hidden, raw hidden. Holy. Don't follow the occult. Don't do it. Unless you're going to synthesize from that and learn from it. Besides trancing out on it and making it like it's your thing, stay away from it, type of thing. Oh, holy. And yeah, the sea monster, like, it's the feminine energy. It's already back. That's why back then, like, people used to do magic on the planet all the time, just like in the Egyptian times, with all these gods being on the planet. Everybody was doing all this crazy stuff, right? That's because the feminine energy was on that time. And then it went away and it went into the masculine energy of the planet. Because the masculine is the left brain and the feminine is the right brain. The left brain deals with logics and time and limitation, and then the right brain deals with dreams, imagination, and holistics and all that. So we're getting it. So now we're headed towards the right brain side of the earth. Holy, and we're not headed. We're here already, but it's gonna get better. Like the feminine energy, like Leviathan's already here. So that's a revelation pointing out right there. And it even said that the Bibles are gonna change in the Revelations. They already corrupted the Bible already. The government already has their hands on it. Remember, even Catholic baptism is recorded in your ancestry. That tells you a lot about the government. Focus. Holy. So we're gods. We're the gods right here. And E.T., right? E.T. doesn't mean alien, by the way. That's a dimensional version of foreigner. It gets deeper then. E.T. means extraterrestrial, right? And terrestrial is land. Terrestrial means land. Or you never heard of like the Jovian planet or the terrestrial planet, right? The Jovian planets like are Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, right? The terrestrial planets with Venus, Mars, Earth, and Mercury, right? They call it terrestrial because terrestrial means land. That's like matter, right there. Extra means it's beyond terrestrial. That means it's not on 3D. Now it's getting onto the mental version of it and the emotional version. That's when. So we're extraterrestrials because we have all the dimensions inside of us already. We already have connection to that because we're composed of that. We already have the mind and emotions and soul. Soul is the sixth dimension, by the way. So, in order to tap into it though, and actually put your full consciousness into it, you have to start meditating and looking within, eating right, staying away from meat, dairy, and all that fake food like candy, and sugar, and like cake. What do you mean cake? Like that's for sugar sweet, like she devils. Like sugar sweet she devils with ruby red lipstick and high heels. Holy, like all those sugar nice beings type of thing. While nice means foolish in the etymology dictionary. While foolish is fooling people and lying. Usually nice people are fake because when they're nice, they're not telling you the truth. Like they don't want to tell you what they really want to say. Holy, they don't want to hurt your feelings or they just want to trick you and deceive you. That's why like there's some like sick in the head people who like to call little kids to their car and say, "Oh, I have candy. You want candy?" You know those type of people, like they try to trick the little kids and tell them that they have something in their car so they can come into the car. That's nice. Nice means foolish. The devil is nice because he tricks you. He's trying to be nice to you and pretend. Holy. So mean is you telling the truth type of thing. Mean is when it gets truthful and when people's feelings get hurt because it's the truth. Holy. Like you really tell them like what you really feel type of thing. And usually the truth is hurtful because like it's the fire element. Truth is the Milky Way center too. It's like fire and solar flares, like ready to burn shit up. Holy. So like that's what it is. That's the truth. That's why a lot of these gods are mean type of thing. Like they'll tell you what it is. They'll tell you like your shitty self and how low life you are. They don't want to be nice to you because then they'll be lying to you. They don't want to try to. You see what I'm saying? Holy, you have to face your karma. You have to look at your problems. That's what it is. Holy, not that sugar sweet she devil shit. What do you mean all that sugar? Holy, you have to be a spiritual warrior type of thing. See, I already have a benefit type of thing because I'm a Sagittarius type of thing. Sagittarius is all about prophecy, prophet, angelic, intellect, philosophy, knowledge, That's what it represents. Sagittarius. It's that little horse guy with the bow and arrow. Oh, that's me. Sagittarius prophet. See? I already have it. I already have the benefit. I mean, we already have all the signs already though. Like, we already have like all the zodiac signs inside of us already, but we come with the root. We have a root zodiac sign, and then it's up to you to like master the rest of the zodiac signs after. But you come with one first, like a root one. So yeah. That's what a god is. We're gods. We are gods. We invoke on the source. Even scientists said that emotions and mind controls DNA. So if our mind, emotions control our DNA right now within this life, that means we could do magic. We can do all this stuff. Holy, we can do it. We can activate our Merkaba like the Egyptians talked about. Like our Merkaba. That's our Star of David body. Holy. It's the shape of the Star of David because like life was geometrically created like that. Like it starts off with a circle, like for a conscious expansion, and then it keeps repeating itself, and then it makes like the fruit of life shape or the seed of life shapes, and then like when you put the masculine geometrics into it, then you get the Star of David. Even the Egyptians know, but people don't know they know that because the Egyptians were misunderstood, like, so they don't know their knowledge like me. Holy. But the Egyptians talk about feminine geometry and like masculine geometry. You don't see? Geometric. Feminine geometrics is usually a squiggle or like all over the place, and masculine is like linear. Goes like that. Star of David is the masculine version of the so-called 7 steps. You know what I'm talking about? The 7 steps in the Bible? That's what they're talking about. They talk about what the Egyptians are talking about with the geometrical steps of life, how it started off. So the feminine comes first. That's why they call it Mother Nature. And then it goes into the masculine and does the linear and finishes off with the Star of David. That's why we have a lot of the Star of David's on a couple of traditions, even Christianity too. You can see it in your in the church auditoriums when you're in your church or something. But those people who are sophisticated in that religion, not knowing their gods and not knowing they're participators of the universe, while they're still in that victim mentality, right? Like those people who don't know their gods, like never like know who they really are. Like they don't know how to get into a higher dimension, because that's how you find yourself. Like they don't know that. That's proof that the pastor is lying to them. The pastor is look at this. The Bible is more correct than the pastor, because the pastor is actually interpreting it wrong. Like he's telling the people, he's like hoaxing people with it. Like he's dragging people into his belief. You don't see? Like he interprets it how he wants it to be. Like depending on what he believes and what matches his karma. You see? And what matches his story. Like he has his own belief on the side, but he interprets it so that it matches what he believes, so he can drag people into his belief. When the Bible's really not saying what he's saying. Like he's reading it wrong. His interpretation is way off from the real story. Holy. Like none of those niggas could go into a dimension. The only dimension they ever passed was those pews. Like in the church auditoriums, like those pews. Holy. You know, like those little pew columns. When you go and take a seat, that's the only dimension they ever passed, type of thing. While like spiritual beings like me, high conscious beings like me, we go to dimensional barriers, not no pew columns. Holy. We go past sounds type of thing. We can go past loud sounds and get into a higher dimension. Fourth, and then we go past another sound. Fifth, and keep going higher and higher and higher and higher and spiraling up. That's what a god is. That's what a god is. Is when you can like hack life. No? You can hack life. You can hack it with your meditation. Holy, you go beyond your ego. You go beyond physical matter. Focus. That's a god. Me, I'm a god. Holy. The Most High is Eli. Eli or Elion. Our ancestors are Elohim, or the Anunnaki, the Syrian serpent kings from Sirius C. That's where we're headed towards right now. That's Sirius C versus the Draco star constellation. The Draco star constellation has those draconian aliens and the reptilian aliens, right? The Sirian C is like a reptile too, but it's not quite. It's a serpent, not like a crawling on the floor type of serpent. It's more of a serpent in the sense where our DNA is spiraling. You know what I'm talking about? Like they have melanin. Our DNA, our DNA is spiraling like our spirit. Kundalini serpent is a feminine snake that goes up our chakra system. That's spiraling. Spiral again. S-P-I-R. Spirit. S-P-I-R. And then the I-T after. It. Like you're spiraling it. Holy. Alright, now I'm about to shut this video off now. Because I don't think these niggas get it yet. Holy. Yo, 13 love. Remember what a god is. Remember, and question that guy on the chair. Question the mystery of him. Just question it, because like it's the same question with every existence. I don't think you see that. Holy, look within.